Couple things, people. I bring you greetings from Costa Rica, San Jose more specifically. Real quick, I want to talk about momentum. Momentum. Um, it's no secret, especially on this channel, that I've been in a funk, a depression of sorts, and I'm still more or less in it. But of course, there's some. I spent this morning going back into a lot of foundational first principles that I found it. I've built my life on, and one of them being momentum. And that's what I'm going to talk about briefly, very briefly, which is kind of the point of momentum. Is not to be perfect. It's not to excel immediately, or in an excellent way, but to check the box. And so this is one of those things. I've lacked direction for more or less a year since I started traveling internationally. Um, for the record, Costa Rica is amazing. I have it ranked number one, immediately over Medellin, Colombia. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's clean. The weather is perfect. I have the blinds closed only because of the backlighting, which is unacceptable in this case. Um, but yeah, Costa Rica is beautiful. So slept on. So slept on. But anyway, I want to talk about momentum. And it's the proof of concept is this live stream. Again, my last couple live streams have been struggles for me, extreme struggles in terms of just doing the basic thing, just doing the basic thing. And I really have nothing else to do, if I'm being honest with you. So um, I really want to talk about momentum only because it's what I'm doing in this very moment. I have nothing else. I don't have nothing else to offer you outside of what I'm doing in this very moment. So overthinking is the first part of it as far as how to get from inaction to action. How do I get from sitting on my couch back there and doing nothing but scrolling, to actually talking to a camera, doing something productive, doing something that can possibly help someone else? And so this is a perfect example as far as how do I get from overthinking to action. The secret is action. Simple, simplistic, base level, foundational, as small as possible action. Action. It's not thinking. I spent this morning talking to Gemini AI, trying to find my purpose. Trying to find my purpose. Right now, currently, I have no purpose. I have no purpose. I wake up aimlessly and I do nothing. I do nothing. It's very unfulfilling. A lot of people have the goal, and I had the same goal of waking up one day with nothing to do, nowhere to be. No, I don't have to put a uniform on. I just do what I want all day long. And when I tell you, it's the most miserable reality to live in, where you have no purpose. You have no purpose. So I really want to talk about how I've been dealing with that. Again, briefly, I have about 7 more minutes before I turn this camera off. Um, there's a book called The One Thing. I believe it's by Gary Keller. And what it does, it takes away your excuses. It takes away your excuses from envisioning the most difficult task. Like in my mind, a live stream has to be an hour plus. It has to be a live Q&A. It has to be entertaining. It has to be informational. Well, in this case, it's going to be about 10 minutes long. And I actually mean that this time. It's going to be about 10 minutes long. And it's really to check the box. To check the box. Nothing else. And that's the point of momentum, is that you solve it. You solve your depression. You solve your lack of expression. You solve your mental cloudiness with action, with simple action. Perfect example this morning, and yesterday morning as well. Woke up in a funk, as I normally do. No direction in mind. I know I have some basic things I need to accomplish, such as going to the gym, eating healthy. But beyond that, I've had nothing to hang my hat on in terms of what I'm going to accomplish in my day. And I started with the gym, as I normally do. But before I can go to the gym, I had to just, all right, get off the couch, Ray, turn the TV off. We're going to go take a shower. Small actions. Small actions. The One Thing talks about how you take the goal as large as it may be, you break it down into small, basic actions. Recently re-enrolled in school. Started on Monday, I believe. Going online this time instead of in person. And I told myself, right, we're gonna do the basic, we're gonna do the homework. We're gonna do the assignment. We're gonna check the box on obedience. We're gonna do the job, the basics, the basics. The same thing applies to the gym this morning. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna take a shower, and I'm going to the gym to walk. To walk. Shout out William in the chat. Just keep in mind, mini steps. That's facts. That's facts. It's the easiest way to get moving. If you think about a car being stuck in a driveway, stuck in a ditch, you need torque, you need momentum, you need to rock back and forth. You need to find a way to get out of your current place with action. With action, it's not thinking. I'm in this current place where I'm trying to figure out what my purpose is, and I've been trying to think my way into it, think my way out of it. How do I get something to do with my day? How do I get something to pour myself into? And when I tell you I'm going to solve the problem, and I am solving the problem currently with actions, small actions. Got my Red Bull. This was a reward this morning for going to the grocery store to get eggs. I had no food in my pantry, in my refrigerator, and I was like, I was struggling with junk food, and I was like, I wanted some pancakes. And I'm like, I just ordered some McDonald's, and I said, you know what, we're gonna walk to the grocery store. This was after the gym, mind you. Um, Went to the gym this morning, walked 20 minutes. I did about 7 pull-ups, and I walked out. 7 pull-ups, 20 minutes on the treadmill, scrolling TikTok the whole time, and I walked out. Action. Action. I feel so much better in a lot of ways, especially even right now when I'm doing something that in my mind was the hardest thing to do again. The hardest thing was I can't bring myself to go talk to a camera again, to be a YouTuber. There's a part of me that doesn't want to do any of it at all. The label depression is quite accurate in this case, where I don't want to do anything. I, I don't want to claim depression, but I have the symptoms. I don't want to do anything. The noise, wanting things to be perfect, it's a struggle. It's a constant struggle of wanting your environment to be perfect so you can take action. It will never come. This sound was happening right before I went live, and I was like, all right, let me wait an hour. I don't know what that sound is, but there will always be something. And I'm currently in that place where I have to practice wisdom. I have to practice what I'm teaching, and what I know to be true is that it's waiting for the ideal situation, waiting for the perfect situation, the perfect circumstances. I'm gonna go live when it's perfectly quiet. It's not raining. It's not too overcast. It's not too bright. It doesn't come. And so this is a great example of that. Of me, I'm trying. I'm trying. The hardest thing is to teach wisdom and to live it as well. To live it as well. It's one thing to know the right answer. It's another thing to do it. So, action. You want to start as small as possible. Shout out to Winning with Wells in the chat, just in time. William says, my question is, why don't you? Yeah, that's facts, man. That's facts. Action. Once you get the actions, you'll realize that the energy comes afterwards. The energy comes after you do the thing. The energy for me to do a live stream, I have about 2 minutes left. The energy to do the live stream comes after you press go live, after you press the button. And it took me breaking down the steps of going live into small, tiny steps. Set your laptop up. I don't have to set my laptop up. I can use my phone. I still have some OCD, in terms of wanting things to be perfect and be in the perfect way, and it has to be, the perfect composition. All these things. It's gonna be an ongoing struggle with that, especially with me. But the actions, you have to start as small as possible. As small as possible. You can't overthink the goal. You can't make it as big as possible. You can't make it perfect the first time. It's gonna be rough. You're gonna have the anxiety, whether or not you want to do it, whether or not you have the energy, whether or not you have the inspiration. I'm in that position currently where I don't have any inspiration. I don't have any advice to give other people. I barely have enough for myself. I'm struggling mentally right now, even in the best position that I've ever been in my life. I'm the healthiest. I'm the fittest. I'm in the best place financially that I've ever been in my entire 33 years of life. And I'm struggling. I'm starting to realize that the only way I'm going to get out of this is by action, is by consistent action. And it's not going to be beautiful. It's not going to be, smooth. It's not going to be, beautiful and artistic. And it's not going to be none of those things. It's going to be Ray trying. And it's humbling. It's extremely humbling. I got about 30 seconds. It's extremely humbling to go back to square one, whether it's learning a new language, such as Spanish when I'm over here in Costa Rica, or when I was in Colombia or the DR, going back to square one, going back to a 2-year-old's level of communication. It's humbling, realizing you haven't arrived anywhere. I have not arrived anywhere. I'm just a regular guy. Regular guy. I love wisdom. I love learning. I love winning. And that's probably the only reason I pursued wisdom, is that I want desirable end results every time. Every time. But in this case, I'm starting over. I'm in a place I've never been in. I'm in a position I've never been in. And so I find myself struggling with what to do, how to do it, who to do it with. It's a struggle. And honestly, I've been stuck in the mud mentally of what to do, how to do it. Do I want to do it? Will it be beautiful? Will people be impressed by it? Will people watch? Will there be any viewers? Should I do a live Q&A because people are going to be, or are they going to watch, or are people going to like the video, or are people going to comment mean things? It's humbling to start over from scratch, especially mentally, where something broke and now you're rebuilding from scratch. That's the message I want to leave with you. I have nothing more profound to offer you outside of the basics of momentum, the basics of taking action. And if that action that you're thinking of right now, whatever you're thinking of that you need to do, whatever action that is, if it's too big in your head, if you're overthinking that action, such as a live stream, I have to do a 2-hour live stream. It has to be start to finish. It has to have an intro, and then I have to talk about a topic, and then I have to do a live Q&A, and then I hope people show up, and then I hope they actually like what I'm talking about and how I'm talking about it. Or I just take all that, scratch all of it, and say, I'm going to talk 5 or 10 minutes on something I'm dealing with right now in my own life and how I'm overcoming it in the very moment. And so that's the video we're going to talk about. I want to go through the comments real quick. Shout out to William Council. Shout out to Winning with Wells in the chat. See if there got any comments I didn't read. Makes sense. I was stuck as well. Action is the key. Been thinking and planning too much. 100%. William says, movement matters, but tapping back in with the Lord is key. That was another thing. I had to watch some wisdom this morning. Dr. Mike Murdoch, of just starting over, recognizing my difference, recognizing what problem I'm designed to solve, what comes naturally to me, what do I enjoy doing, ways I'm able to help people with very little effort on my part. And of course, that brought me right back to wisdom, YouTube, things of that nature, especially when I have nothing else to pour myself into currently. I got YouTube, and it's not gonna be pretty. I'm not even gonna guarantee that I'll be on tomorrow, but that's the goal, is to do the small, consistent actions every day. I got 24 hours. And so what else we got? William says, fresh vision, facts. That's where strength is found, is in the rebuild. This is good. Thank you. Keep the building. Appreciate you, William. Appreciate you. I'll see y'all in the next video. I just want to leave that message with you. Start small. Pick whatever goal you have in mind. Break it down into small steps. If those small steps are too big, break them down even further, down to turn your phone off. Log out of TikTok. Delete TikTok if you need to. Go take a shower. Finish your shower. Dry off. Break it down to small steps until your mind says to you, this is ridiculous. Why can't you do something that's small? And then do it. And you will notice that the energy comes afterwards. Let this video be proof. That it works. See y'all next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming through. Those of you who joined me. And I'll see y'all next video.